Welcome to AffairsCloud. My name is Vikas Rana. We are one-stop solution for current affairs. You can find Crack Current Affairs course on our application exclusively for current affairs, where you will get daily, weekly, monthly content on regular basis. Use the code Vikas10 and get 10% additional discount while purchasing the course. Also, students, follow us on Telegram and Instagram. The link for the same are mentioned in our description. This video has both English and Hindi. The first part is English and second part is Hindi. Timestamps are mentioned in the description below. So students, we have started a new initiative that is of handwritten notes. It is helpful to understand the news daily, time saving and very useful for your revision. We aims to cover 15 questions via handwritten notes in upcoming bank exams. These handwritten notes are available on daily current affairs content PDF at our mobile application and website careerscloud.in. Only our Crack Current Affairs subscribers will be able to access these handwritten notes. A sample PDF of the handwritten notes will be available in the description.
Hello students, how are you all? I hope you are all good. So students, in this video we will be discussing important current affairs for banking and finance for Feb month. This will be quite an interesting and important session, so stay tuned with us till the end. Students, we upload the daily current affairs video at 5 AM in the morning, which will be quite beneficial for you in the long run, so do watch these videos. Let's start students. What is the minimum subscription per investor announced by the RBI in January 25 for the private placement of non-convertible debentures by housing finance companies under NBFC? So it is a minimum of 20,000 rupees subscription per investor. Next, Canara Bank has recently launched the first of its kind initiative, Canara Crest membership program, to offer personalized and premium banking experience exclusively designed to meet the needs of whom? It is to meet the needs of the high net worth individuals. How much investment did Aditya Birla Housing Finance Limited recently secure through non-convertible debentures from the International Finance Corporation to provide housing loans? It is worth 830 crore rupees. Next, recently RBI tightened the rules for imposing the monetary penalties and compounding offences under the Payment and Settlement Act of 2007. What is the minimum penalty amount that RBI can impose under Section 30 of the PSS Act? So, what is the maximum penalty amount? It is 10 lakh rupees. It is 10 lakh rupees. Next, what was the total value of the new investment announced in India in the first 9 months of the FY25 according to State Bank of India Economic Research Department report in January 2025? So what was the total value of new investment announcement? It is 32 lakh crore rupees. Next, name the new term deposit scheme that was recently launched by the State Bank of India for super senior citizens aged 80 years or above. It is SBI Patrons. Next, Kotak Mahindra Asset Management Company recently launched India's first exchange traded fund, that is ETF, that is your Kotak MSCI India ETF, aimed at tracking what? It is aimed at tracking the Morgan Stanley Capital International India Index. And this new fund offer is open from 29th of Jan and will be closing on 12th of Feb. Next, NPCI recently implemented the new rules for Unified Payment Interface transactions, prohibiting special characters in transaction IDs, effective from which date? They will be coming into effect from 1st of Feb 2025. And these directions or this directive will enforce the compliance with UPI technical specification implemented back in March 2024. And here you will be seeing that special characters such as your @ hash, $, percentage and others will be declined and must use only the alphabetic numericals here. Next, RBI recently conducted a buy sell dash auction of 5.1 billion to inject liquidity. So RBI recently bought and sold foreign exchange swap auction of $5.1 billion, and this is for why? This is to inject the liquidity in the Indian financial system. Next, identify the financial instrument that was launched on India International Exchange at GIFT City in IFSC, that is GIFT IFSC, that is Gujarat International Finance Tech City International Financial Service Center, by Chief Minister Bhupendra Patel. He is the Chief Minister of Gujarat. So identify the financial instrument. It is your Sensex future and options contract. Next, recently in January, SEBI announced that it will introduce a new financial product that combines mutual fund investments with whom it will be introducing new financial product that will be combining mutual fund investment with term life insurance. Next, which of the following banks have recently launched two new innovative startup products, namely Business Startup Current Account and Corporate Startup Current Account, to strengthen the startup ecosystem in India? This was launched by South Indian Bank Limited. Next, name the global initiative that Indian Overseas Bank joined to show its dedication in addressing the climate change and promoting the responsible banking. It is Partnership for Carbon Accounting Financials. Next, how much loan did Credit Access Grameen Limited received from International Finance Corporation to improve financial access for micro entrepreneurs? So they received a loan worth $50 million. Next, identify the initiative that was introduced by RBI in January to evaluate the on-tap application under the theme of retail payments. So, identify the initiative. It is your regulatory sandbox initiative. Sandbox is basically an environment where the services or the application is being tested before launching it for a large audience. Next, SEBI granted a registered investment advisor license to Dash, making it the first Finfluencer-led company to receive the license. So it is the one-person club that became the first Finfluencer-led company to receive this license. Next, identify the organization that extended a 2000 crore rupees loan to Gramercy Tech Park Private Limited for establishment of 120 megawatt data center in Maharashtra. It is National Bank for Financing Infrastructure and Development, and this will be worth 120 megawatt data center in Maharashtra. Next, in Feb, Beacon launched India Bill Pay, a service that allows the non-resident Indians in Canada to pay bills directly in India through the Beacon Money application. Next, and one more thing, remember, similarly, if we say in order to enhance the usage of UPI in Singapore, the company from Singapore that has partnered with NIPL, that is National International NPCI International Payment Limited, is your HitPay, is from Singapore. Next, RBI revealed that its digital payment index has increased to 465.33, reflecting a 11.11% year-on growth as of September 2024. Next, what are the new norms introduced by SEBI in Feb 25 to regulate the algorithmic trading for retail investors set to take effect from? It will be coming into effect from 1st of August 2025. Next, which of the following states recently secured 2,424.28 crore rupees from the World Bank to improve the living standards? It is Kerala state. Next, which bank launched an exclusive set of banking products and services specifically for senior citizens in Feb 2025? It is IDFC First Bank. Next, identify the new health insurance product that was launched by Bajaj Allianz General Insurance, designed exclusively to cater to the evolving healthcare requirements of the women. It is Horizon Care, right? Take a note of this. Next, how much net profit of State Bank India reported for the third quarter of FY25, marking an 84.32% year-on-year increase. It is 16,891 crore rupees. Next is which company launched two new fund offers in Feb 25, including the Nifty Total Market ETF and Nifty Total Market Index Fund, to monitor the performance of Nifty Total Market Total Return Index. So, which company launched them? It was launched by Angel One Asset Management Company. Next, identify the organization that recently granted a third-party application provider license, that is TPAP license, to Rediff.com India for their digital payment platform Rediff Pay. So, what is the organization that granted this TPAP license? It is National Payment Corporation of India, NPCI. Next, in Feb, RBI imposed a monetary penalty of 27.3 lakh rupees. It was on Federal Bank for not complying with the RBI's direction on interest rate deposits and opening saving deposit accounts for ineligible entities. Next, identify the digital platform that was recently launched by the SEBI to help investors track and reclaim inactive and unclaimed mutual fund portfolios. It is Mitra, right? Take a note of this. This is the name of the platform that was launched, a digital platform where the investors can go and reclaim the inactive or unclaimed mutual fund portfolios. Next, which of the following was recently granted approval by RBI to provide pre-sanctioned credit lines through the UPI? It is your which of the following has granted approval? So it was small finance banks, right? They were granted approval by RBI to provide pre-sanctioned credit lines through UPI. Next, which first of the kind feature was recently launched by Axis Bank, enabling the customers to open them via their mobile application, right? It is your fixed deposit feature that has been bought by them. Next, identify the company that recently received the approval from RBI to operate as an online payment aggregator. So it is your EasyBiz Private Limited. They recently got the approval from RBI to operate as an online payment aggregator. Next, name the hydroelectric project in Jammu and Kashmir that received 2147.51 crore rupees term loan from REC Limited in collaboration with Chenab Valley Power Project Limited for the development and construction. It is which dam? It is Pakul Dam. Next, mention the organization that recently launched India's first dedicated platform related party transaction portal to monitor and analyze the RPTs and enhance transparency and governance in the corporate India. It is SEBI, Securities and Exchange Board of India. Next, in Feb, Dash received the restrictions from RBI to issue new loans and suspended deposits withdrawals due to the concerns about the financial position. It is New India Cooperative Bank Limited. They have received the restrictions from RBI to issue new loans and suspended deposits withdrawals due to the concerns about their financial portfolios. Next, identify the bank on which the RBI lifted restrictions in February, allowing it to onboard new customers digitally and issue the new credit cards. So, which is that bank? It is Kotak Mahindra Bank Limited. Next, Zulia Investment Private Limited. They recently received the approval from RBI to raise their stake to 7% in AU Small Finance Bank. Next, name the organization that invested 850 crore rupees in India's first sustainability linked bond in the road sector in Feb 25 issued by Cube Highways Trust. So name that organization. It is your International Finance Corporation, IFC. This is an arm of World Bank only. Next, mention the country that recently secured $300 million line of credit from Export and Import Bank of India for purchasing high-speed boats and offshore patrol vessels. It is Vietnam. Next, which fintech infrastructure platform introduced India's first fully compliant self-hosted central KYC solution, Know Your Customer solution? It is Decentro Tech Private Limited. Next, name the new digital service launched by South Indian Bank in Feb 25 which allow the individuals to open fixed deposits without saving account. It is SIB Quick Fixed Deposit. Next, identify the initiative that was introduced by Insurance Regulatory and Development Authority of India during the 9th edition of Bima Manthan to enhance accessibility, affordability and efficiency of the insurance services in India. That is your Bima Trinity. Next, when will the SEBI new disclosure rule for related party transactions come into effect from? So SEBI's these news for the related party transactions will be coming into effect from 1st of April 2025. Next, identify the digital service platform launched by LIC in Feb 25 to empower its agents and sales associates. It is One Man Office. Next, what is the denomination of the commemorative coin released by Karnataka Bank Limited on its 101st Founders Day in Feb 2025? It is 100 rupees of commemorative coin. Next, name the new payment mechanism introduced by IRDAI in Feb 25 allowing one-time payment or one-time mandate on UPI for insurance companies. So name that payment. mechanism. It is Bima application supported by blocked accounts. That is Bima ASBA. Next, which Indian private sector bank has launched the Prospera non-resident external saving account for non-resident Indians, persons of Indian origin and overseas citizens of India in Feb 25? So which is that Indian private sector bank? It is your Federal Bank. Next, according to RBI's data, outward remittance under the liberalized remittance scheme declined by 10.15% year on year to what amount during the 9 months of FY25? So it is to $22.82 billion. Next, Department of Horticulture and Food Processing under the government of Uttarakhand signed the records of discussions for a 4-year technical cooperation project in Feb 25. With whom? It was with the Japan International Cooperation Agency, that is JICA, to enhance the horticulture production. Next is this is your homework question, students, and I want to see maximum participation from all the students watching this video. Now let's move to some revision part that will be beneficial for your learning.
In which country the seawater desalination plant will be established as per the contract secured by the joint venture of L&T and Water Effluent Treatment Business and Lentania SA of Spain in March 2025. So basically it is a seawater desalination. That means seawater will be collected and from this salt will be separated and clean drinking water will be separated. So in which country this plant will be established? This will be established in Saudi Arabia. Next, in March, the Union Minister for Finance Nirmala Sitharaman has launched a mobile application for the Prime Minister's internship scheme in Delhi and also inaugurated the first facilitation center for PMIS that is located where? So it will be located in Kolkata, West Bengal, and remember this PMIS scheme. Under this scheme, internship will be provided to the youth in the top 500 companies of India, and it will be an interesting scheme as the physical or practical knowledge will be provided to the individuals here. Next, who assumed the office as the new Prime Minister of Trinidad and Tobago on March 17, succeeding Dr. Keith Rowley? So, Stuart Richard Young, right? He assumed the Prime Minister's office of Trinidad and Tobago. Next, identify the women's cricket team that won the Women's Premier League title in the final that was held in Mumbai, Maharashtra. So, who won the women's IPL team, IPL event? That was the third edition here. It was won by Mumbai Indians. Take a note of this. Mumbai Indians was captained by Harmanpreet Kaur, right? And Delhi Capitals, who secured second position, right, over the runner-up here, was led by Captain Meghan More-Lanek. Next, mention the company that launched the open source lightweight AI model series Gamma 3 as a successor to Gamma 2 in March 2025. So it is Google, right? This Gamma model, these are of Google. Next is in March, the Lok Sabha Secretariat collaborated with the Ministry of Electronics and Information Technology to develop AI-powered solutions that is aiming at providing multilingual support and improving the parliamentary operations. Right? So it is your Sansad Bhashini. Next, at which institute ISRO's chairman Dr. V. Narayan inaugurated Shri S. Ramakrishnan Center of Excellence in Fluid and Thermal Science Research in March 2025. It is your IIT Madras, Indian Institute of Technology, Madras. Next, name the organization that in collaboration with India AI under MEITY launched the India AI Hackathon 25 themed mineral targeting using artificial intelligence. It is GSI, Google Geological Survey of India. Moving on, mention the city which is set to launch India first green waste processing plant under Swachh Bharat Mission Urban via public-private partnership model as announced in March 2025. It is of Indore, Madhya Pradesh. Next, RBI, they signed an MOU with Dash to promote the use of local currencies for cross-border transaction, aiming to boost the bilateral trade. So RBI, they signed an MOU with whom? With Bank of Mauritius, and this will promote the usage of local currency, that is Indian rupees and Mauritian rupiah, between the cross-border transaction. Next, mention the Indian literary theorist and Padma Bhushan awardee who was honored with the 2025 Hallberg Prize for her influence contribution to feminist theory, literary criticism and post-colonial thought. It is Gayatri Chakravarti Spivak. Next, Bajaj Finserv Limited, they acquired what percentage of stake held by Alliance SE in their Indian non-life and life insurance joint ventures in March 2025? It is 26%. Next, which spacecraft returned the astronauts Sunita Williams and Barry Butch Wilmore to Earth after the extended mission to the International Space Station? So, what is the name of that aircraft? It is SpaceX Dragon capsule, and the mission was named as Crew 9. Next, identify the sport that was approved by International Olympic Committee for inclusion in the 2028 Los Angeles Olympic Games. It is boxing. Next, name the AI artificial intelligence chip which is set to launch in the second half of 2025 as announced by the Chief Executive Officer Jensen Huang of Nvidia during the GTC 2025 conference in March 2025. It is Blackwell Ultra. Take a note of this. Next is which country's navy is jointly conducted the 23rd edition of the Varuna bilateral naval exercise with the Indian Navy from 19 to 22nd of March in the Arabian Sea. Which is it? Which country's navy? It is France Navy along with Indian Navy, right? We are conducting this Varuna exercise, that is the 23rd edition of this exercise, will be held in two phases. First is your harbor phase and second is your sea phase. Next, students, mention the Singapore-based payments infrastructure firm that partnered with NPCI International Payment Limited, that is your NIPL, on 19th of March to enable UPI transactions in Singapore. Now, UPI transaction, all the tourists visiting Singapore will be able to pay using UPI. So, which is the payment company of Singapore with which we have NIPL has partnered? It is HitPay. Next, mention the mascot unveiled by the Union Minister of Youth Affairs and Sports, Dr. Mansukh Mandviya, for second Khelo India Para Games in Delhi. What is the mascot? It is Ujwala. Next, in March, the book titled March to Glory, the story of India's Dash World Cup win was published by Hockey Citizen Group. So, in March, the book titled March to Glory, the story of India's 1975 World Cup win was published by the Hockey Citizen Group. Next, the United Nations International Day of Happiness celebrated annually on 20th of March. What is India's rank according to the World Happiness Report of 2025? Our country stands at 118th position and it is Finland that was on the first position, followed by Denmark, then Iceland and then your Sweden. Next is mention the element that was discovered in March 2025 beneath the town of Folsville in the Moselle region of France by scientists, a significant step towards clean and sustainable energy. So what is that mineral or element that was discovered? So hydrogen was discovered, and we know that green hydrogen is considered as a fuel of future, as on its burning water vapor is released as a byproduct and no carbon or carbon dioxide or methane gas is released. Next, identify the acclaimed producer and head writer of Cartoon Network's animated series Courage the Cowardly Dog, who recently passed away. Very famous TV cartoon series, students, right? And the producer and head writer of this Courage the Cowardly Dog, that is David Stephen Cohen, has recently passed away. Next, according to Traction Technologies Limit report released in March, what is the total capital in billions raised by 7,000 women-led startups in India? So, how much amount of the total money has been raised, total capital has been raised by 7,000 women-led startups in India? So, the amount is being asked here. What is the amount here that has been raised? It is $26.4 billion. Next, in March, DPIIT, they partnered with which bank to promote innovation and support product startups, innovators and entrepreneurs across India? It is which bank? It is Yes Bank. Next, what is the revised minimum investment threshold for zero coupon, zero principal instrument on the social stock exchanges set by SEBI in March to make it more affordable for smaller investors? So what is the revised minimum investment here threshold? It is 1,000 rupees. Next, mention the country that emerged as the largest source of remittance to India in FY24 as per the changing dynamics of India's remittances. Insights from the 6th round of India's remittance survey published by RBI in March 2025. Which is it? It is UAE, United Arab Emirates. I correct myself, not UAE, it is United States of America, right? Is the largest source of remittance to India. Next, identify the company that signed an MOU with Bluge Aerospace Private Limited, Agency for New and Renewable Energy Research and Technology, that is ANERT, and for Cochin International Airport Limited in March to establish the world's first hydrogen-fueled vertical takeoff and landing aviation ecosystem. That means if this is a ground, then directly vertical takeoff and landing can be done by these aircraft that are basically the bigger version of the drones. Right, so which identify that company? It is Bharat Petroleum Corporation Limited, BPCL. They signed the MOU with these two organizations, right? That is an airport and Bluge Aerospace Private Limited. Students, let's discuss some one-liners. Let's start with national news. India, Mauritius, they have signed 8 MOUs to bolster strategic economic relations. Then India and Chile's first joint working group meeting on agriculture was held recently. PM Modi handed over the overseas citizen card to Mauritius counterpart. Then government launched $1 billion fund for the creators economy ahead of the Waves 25. Then Patel inaugurated the Water Sustainability Conference 2025 and PB Shabd, that is a free subscription, has been extended till 2026 to support the media organizations. Next thing is the 10th edition of the Raisina Dialogue held in New Delhi, inaugurated by PM Modi. Then Fit India Carnival held in New Delhi, inaugurated by Mansukh Mandviya ji. And CCI has approved the acquisition of Uprising Science Private Limited by Hindustan Unilever Limited, that is HUL. Then Meghalaya inaugurated the first scientific coal mine after nearly a decade-long ban on them. Next is banking and finance. Valuetics Reinsurance set to become India's first private reinsurer. Then India to become the world's third largest economy by 2028 as per the data released by Morgan Stanley. We will be surpassing whom? We will be surpassing Germany. Then Yes Bank launches seamless GST payment facility for businesses and individuals. Infibeam has partnered with Sutex Cooperative Bank for enhancing net banking facility. Standard Chartered has raised €1 billion via First Social Bond. Then Piramal Finance and Punjab and Sindh Bank, they have joined hand to expand the credit access to the MSMEs. Then Satya Micro Capital, they have unveiled the bold vision to empower 10 million households by 2030. And HDFC Bank, they are now accepting deposits under Senior Citizen Savings Scheme. Next is wholesale price inflation, that is WPI. It has risen by 38% in the month of Feb 2025. Next is appointments and resignation. Shiv Kumar Kalyanaram assumed the charge as the CEO of Anusandhan National Research Foundation. Then I repeat, Shiv Kumar Kalyanaraman, right, assumed the charge as the CEO of Anusandhan National Research Foundation. Then Stuart Young to be sworn in as the new Prime Minister of Trinidad and Tobago. Then Tractors and Farm Equipments Limited, that is TAFE, has been appointed as the Lakshmi Venu as their new chairman. Then Vikas Kaushal takes charge as the HPCL chairman and managing director, who has been appointed as new MD and CEO of Bajaj Auto, Rajiv Bajaj. Then RBI has named Indranil Bhattacharya as the new executive director. And Mithili Balasubramaniam named the interim managing director and CEO of Edelweiss ARC, that is your asset reconstruction company. Next is awards. RBI awarded Digital Transformation Award 2025 for digital initiatives. Then Bengaluru Airport has won the Air Service Quality Award for the third year consecutively. Next is hydrologist Gunter Bloschel has won the 2025 Stockholm Water Prize. Sustainable Airy Silk from Northeast secure the global recognition with Ecotex certification that is given by the country Germany. Next is Wheaton sculpture Ram Sutar chosen for Maharashtra Bhushan Award 2024. Next is related to sports. Jharkhand crowned 15th Hockey India Senior Women's National Championship. Right? So 15th edition of Hockey India Senior Women National Championship. Who is it? Jharkhand. Then India Masters has beaten West Indies Masters by 6 wickets to clinch the International Masters League T20 title. Then Kabaddi World Cup 2025 began in England and India concluded Special Olympics Winter Games with 33 medals. IOC board has approved boxing for inclusion in the 2028 Los Angeles Olympic Games and India has secured 33 medals at the Special Olympic Winter Games 2025. Australian Grand Prix 25 was held and McLaren's Lando Norris has won the F1 season opener and India to host the 11th Asian Swimming Championship in Ahmedabad. So these were your important one-liner, students. Now let's move to some other MCQ questions.